these creatures have already turned. Waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Hello. I know it's been a while.
Clive? Theodore.
So this is
You had me
just a
worried
side quest. Oh shit, don't tell me you turned. Fuck.
We have to get you out of here.
No.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Cid, for finishing what I could not.
Oh my gosh.
For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
Theodore. Wait.
Goodbye. Elle.
Theo! Theo! Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to...
Rip Theo. He was like a father to me.
I know.
See,
Theo
that is why
wanted me
side
to
quest
move on,
is very good.
but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Claire. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
For Theodore. Very good. Level up. Okay. Now that... Oh my gosh, there's still quest here and then here. But we're gonna go home for now and talk to our blacksmith. Yote. Yote. Yote.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papio nuts and all.
I need this.
Blackthorn,
Not really.
this won't take. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. And you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning, perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a butt still. He got a keen eye, I'll give him. He's just, well... Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade.
Whoa.
The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be up.
So that's what's trouble.
No. Not troubling me exactly. More.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that, but I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Okay, let's craft this sword, baby.
You're looking well, Karen.
What you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged.
Running around after him again.
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections, which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who my clients? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me. Fine. If you stop mooning at me like... Lord Ignac's the man you want. Delmeckian bloke. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's...
I appreciate.
Okay, we need that sword, baby. So let's go.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The caravans have sent word that the bandits are regrouping.
Let them! We'll be all right. After all, we have the...
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon...
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword.
Ah, you...
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to...
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf, every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that...
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell.
Okay, let's find that sword. Wait, is it far? Of course it's far. What is it? Oh my gosh, it's far. Go here.
Faster!
Flap your wings. Flap them. Flap your wings. What's this? Oh, no. How would you trap this bandit?
Time to fight.
No, there's no time to fight. No, it's time to fight.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off! Nice try.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
Okay, good.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine, but it is the final stone which lends a mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, to get the very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Wow,
Pardon
that's so
the
kind
intrusion,
you.
my lordship. However, it is...
I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities.
Okay, we're good.
I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous.
There are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Byron Rosfield. Oh shit, it's my uncle.
Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we must...
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wa. Coming, my lordship.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Now, the deed is done.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see.
come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that?
I did better.
Rare ko no pero green.
A whetstone.
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fight. No point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Just imagine it.
I bet they're
Good
talking about
Valisthean
katanas.
steel with an edge as sharp as any. I won't make a copy, nah.
I'm sure the curse breakers just...
I've been working day and night since I was half your age. Hey, I owe you one. August 2.
You'll be happy to hear.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
Right?
What materials, bro? Tell me. I need that new blade. Excalibur. Oh my gosh, am I gonna get Excalibur? Sheesh. How? Where? How? Why? One.
What do I owe the honor?
Use the forge.
St. Fornian, dear.
This is Ice Brand. Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful shit, baby.
Not bad.
300,
if I do say so
baby.
myself.
Ice Brand. How do I craft the freaking Excalibur though?
And
Look at my blade. It's so good. Where is that? Where is that? How do I craft Excalibur? Excalibur. Forge sword. Yeah, I think I got it right. Let's change my blade into. I really like this one though. This looks cool. Into Brightburn, Onion Sword, Braveheart. This is what my new sword looks like. Okay, there's too many side quests, bro. I wanna end this, but I can't end this if there's green left in the
Sid,
world.
perhaps you can help me solve.
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after they left, my first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with it, which almost certainly means they had everything.
Perhaps a visit from Sid.
I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to disappear. They were in the atrium when I last...
Okay, it's 1000. Let's do this. And this is gonna be easy because it's just right around the corner.
you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had anything so delicious.
Canva lost. It can't be true.
What do you reckon we should do? I say...
Well, hello there.
Cid! Out of your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? Why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something worked is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but...
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Kobe, come on, let me assemble this shit.
All right. Every piece has its own role to play, and if even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else.
One. The arm.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look...
You're right. It looks more like a wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Cid?
Oh, think about it.
Hold things. So wait.
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
And then there's the circle.
These round parts are called the pans.
I do. Molly uses them in the... But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think he'd fit on that little...
What are the chains for?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn.
And then there's the gear. The metal
this
gear.
This tiny piece is what's called a cog.
I have.
She puts them in all her inventions.
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move.
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it.
We know what part's supposed to move and how. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move.
Not a bad idea.
Really?
So,
I think we've got...
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works.
Yes!
Well, with...
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hair?
Yeah. Hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now.
What do you think, Cid?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that?
Until then, though, Do try to be honest with me, Shirley.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Yeah, ano totoo? I don't know.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so.
Yeah, give it to me, baby.
All yours. You earned this.
I know, right? What's this?
All done? Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still come back.
Well, did you...
It was as you thought. The children had the scales. They dismantled them to see how they...
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her, although I was the one who ended up teaching.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I shall see that the children are proper.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva.
No, it isn't. The universe, to anyone else, it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, but that should come as no surprise. She's only ever...
Which explains her... She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
Okay, there's another one down here.
Don't
Yeah,
tell
we
me
get
we've
it.
run
Come on, man. Come on, just a little bit of side quest left. Maybe 4 or 3. Come on, bro.
Lady Karen's called in a favor.
I need this.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble. I took it on, you see, after she... And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact.
Impressive.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better, them. Oh, she always had a soft spot for that lot, see? Here you go. Martel apples there. You hear that, Martel? Today's
Hello,
finally the day.
subscribe to my channel, please, 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 please. It would mean a lot to me. Maybe 3 left, I don't know, not sure. Okay. Hello, Tay. Sorry, I love you. Jill, my love. Hello, hello, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked?
These aren't those apples, are they? She'd have been proud, and rightly so.
Thank you, Sid. Yes, please let that be the end of it. Come on.
Reckon we're better off not knowing.
A gift from the backyard.
What is that?
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. He's our Martel.
Yeah, that's Martel's
I'm glad
act.
to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy. I reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go away. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over.
Not so well. I've got some manners at least. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
All right, Clark. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Speaking of which...
Worried about him.
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but... I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he got... So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him up... And... Seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around...
Oh my
I
god.
speak to him again. Well, I suppose that...
Cheers.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as...
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then.
Yeah, I'll meet you later after I talk to the apple girl.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pepper nuts and all.
Lady Karen's called in a favour.
Gosh.
The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. They were clearly very fond.
They remembered her. I suppose she was very kind. She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had... When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree.
And through you.
I didn't do anything, really, but...
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop.
Of course not. I'll see... They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful?
Bloody hell, Clive.
That remains to be. August tells me he showed you and that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said...
It was the ring. It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like...
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blow. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe.
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detail.
So what? You're an armourer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armour keeps you lot safe, and my swords, as far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the Cursebreakers deserve better than second best, and I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best, swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand, keeping the Cursebreakers up. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't...
What'd you say, Blackthorn? It's not like you'll be going
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is, then?
In Dravost, my old village. He won't have left.
Dravost, eh? That rings a bell. Just north of the fields of... Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravost as soon as... And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold.
Good luck with that.
Okay, just finishing some loose ends before we engage on the final battle. So there's one there and there's one up there. I'm hoping maybe there's 3 left. Oh my gosh. When will it end?
Not here. Ambrosia won't help me here. Not here. Let's go.
Where's Blackthorn?
No. This charmer ain't letting...
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like... I suggest you go.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just...
I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Let's go. Please don't give me side quest in here too.
So this, not much going on, is
It's a smith. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now.
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge...
All right.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. You doing it?
Forge on the hill.
Good luck.
Good luck, you'll be needing it. Okay, let's go. Let me
But
talk
if
to
we
this
can't
dude.
fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
Because your dad is dead.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
Oh.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did? Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off.
How about I give you some flame?
And if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Come on.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
I hate that Clive is too kind. I want him to be a little bit cold and confident. But that's not the case. It's like Thorfinn.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn...
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to...
As a personal favor to hit.
So what's the plan?
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, what turned the village against you?
I left. Dravost. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among them. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throat, bit by bit. People started taking sides. You would have torn Dravost in half had it gone on. So...
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravost prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the rut. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnace.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of...
You know what I mean, though, right? What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravost won't last long without his furnaces, so... Do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world, the way I see it?
Hold on, Blackfoot. Sid made those things for us. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right, this place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the crystals blessed. Ravosht will show the world that it's possible.
Ravosht.
Wouldn't you
Shit,
agree,
that name,
August?
Well, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans?
I know I'm off by I'll be needing some help. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you?
Oh?
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Karava.
Time for a spot.
Okay. Let's just get this over with. If the side quests are just good, I think I don't want to miss them anymore, but I hate to spend too much time on this.
Ready, go?
But I've got no choice. Okay, just ignore that, dude. Just find the salamander.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
That's what I need. Oh shit. What the
Say that will be enough for a decent setup.
What's this all about then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't.
There should be plenty. Right then. Time to prepare everyone pulls their weight. We'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight. You know what this means, don't you? I do, yeah. Ravosht is saved.
Sorry about earlier.
Oh, I was fast.
I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pet Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent it. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. I've always envied Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say? Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their ass. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job. I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
These things are going to take some getting used to.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of papillon nuts and all.
These days.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, well, we didn't. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see her.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this?
Okay.
And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the Cursebreakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
The confidence.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. It's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets.
Finally. Hey, Ouroboros. How can I craft that Excalibur?
Trouble with your gear, or something for you, dear?
Ariu. It's only 268. Headlight is much stronger. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I think I'm done side quest thing, I suppose.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Or I don't know yet.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? Best of luck out there, Sid.
There's more, bro. Why?
Heard the bad news then.
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old horn. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mine's just down the road from there, are spewing out evil.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. If something ain't done soon. Yo?
Okay, let's just go.
Does Blackthorn?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. You reckon we should tell him?
No.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there. So...
Let's go, let's go.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer.
I have some things for sale. Here you are. Thank you.
Clive!
And the Akashic.
Mostly off to the north still. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside.
Well done.
Welcome. I'd never have guessed, you know. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Oh shit.
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Not enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
Then your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it.
What's the whole of it?
Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost...
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. It's short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? You,
We can't afford to...
Right you are. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and... Blackthorn?
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, but it won't come to that. I promise. Take good care of Dravost till I get...
Leave it to me, and... give those things what for.
Okay. Whoa, what's that?
All right. Which one of you's first? Let's try.
Perfect dodge. Griffin. Oh, it's dead.
Is that it? Apparently not.
Whoa, what is that? What the hell is that thing?
Not getting past me. Let's try.
Chimera.
No, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You still in one piece?
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't
Good. So you do know.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later.
Sid! Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. But mostly...
I'm afraid I've only delayed the... There's no getting rid of it, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your wall.
And that's if the flood don't spread. I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but... With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere. We'll fortify the gates, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Black, that's twice you've turned up when Dravosh needed you, so...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, you'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Our work used to be the pride of Dhalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the crop.
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Blackthorn. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid.
Come on, give me a blade, please. Okay, fine. Don't need it
This
though.
is a token of but I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel. And I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. The engravings on that thing are it, and they're not just for show.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravost in the first place? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metal work. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of it.
Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the Hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome, as long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a
Come on,
legend to
give me the
forge.
blade.
Come back.
Don't tell me we've run out of peppy nuts and all.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible. You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Please, give me a higher damage sword, please.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Oh, it's like my dad's sword. Well.
The sword to end all swords.
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history, but we're up for the challenge.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like us.
That's a weapon I'd like to see.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next.
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan!
So you're gonna give me another sword? Shush! Rotterdam.
What do I owe the honor? I never fought me, and if it hadn't been for you, What's that for you, dear?
Rotterdam. Where do I get this shit, bro? Orichalcum. Dark steel.
Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it.
Primitive battle horn. Where do I get that shit?
Not it. Fine.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Where is that new sword? Is it Ragnarok?
Don't tell me we've run out of pep.
Still alive, are you? Go on, then. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Come again. I may have more for you.
Everything's back the way it was.
Take that, you naughty...
Clive! I just wanted to see how the town's been.
Absinthe is absent and firmly at the helm. Just as the good lady...
Are you a lord? They're going to make him the Lord of Dalimil.
It's the mayor of Dalimil, dear chum. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. Speaking of men, there may be a rather worrying one.
May there.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and they have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws. And they grow more awkward.
We'll fight them all off, just like, won't we?
Of course, the longer we... Our best hope is to, by finding perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more.
Fine.
How could I refuse?
Victor will fill you in on the particular. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating report.
I'll go in.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in?
Ah,
I thought you'd have returned to Cost.
I did. I've developed something of a... Having worked so hard to see it saved from a sentiment, Master Lubor certainly isn't shy of...
You're not the only one.
What is it?
He asked for my aid in putting down, and he said that you might be able to help me fight.
Then you've come at just the right time. There are more camps in the vicinity than we... But we must strike together, and we must strike soon.
All right.
There's one upriver.
Leave it with me.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together.
Ready, girl? Fly, Ambrosia.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
Goodbye, mofos. Of course. One more. No healer. Motherfucking healer. Look at that cool move.
I bet Levick. I know, but...
No.
What is it?
The whole they're saying that Lubor...
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence when Lubor felled him. And without a crystal.
But that's not...
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who has made a leader of him.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here. But I know one thing.
You're right. And now, I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. Well...
We're sorry, Lubor.
But we just...
There's nothing to be sorry for. All that matters to me is that you two...
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all the...
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change. We need to do something. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed.
You're right. We should...
I'm glad you agree. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who... They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might... Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, I can't promise anything, but... And that is all I...
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss out?
You all along that he was...
Forgive me for disturbing you.
As have I, Lord Underhill, wasn't it? The rumors that he's a bearer...
He'll never be mayor now.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. And they will thank you not to get him.
Fools blinded.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Same.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refuse to consider anything.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently.
All right.
Lubor, the bearer,
Why the
Branded.
hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
I assume the situation is hope. There's still...
There's still hope, but what? Nani?
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. We'll talk some sense into them in the end.
No, and your efforts would be better spent.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own make. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, and so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us.
We'll be all alone.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. What?
How
could it possibly be for the best? The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their mind.
We would not take it, Victor.
Over. And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and I thought you were better than this, but it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it.
Oh.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubo? Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. Right then. I have packing to... If there's anything I can... There it...
Ping. And then there's another side quest on Victor. Because why would it end here when it's a cliffhanger? Okay, now where is the new side quest? I can't see it. Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's gone. There's nothing left. Whoa, he really left, bro. And then there's one left, man. Pet the dog, pet the dog. Go, go.
The Dominion's all but done for.
Then it's lucky we stayed here.
It's that shouting I heard from the barracks.
And then there's another side quest. There's two left on the hideaway, my gosh.
What can I do? I don't trust this Duke. If we're not careful, we'll undo all the Dane's hard work.
Oh, Clive. My wards and I may soon...
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. Second only to his Radiance at the head. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title. The Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with...
He wants to transform a foundation upon which to build in. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to...
What does Captain Philippe? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around.
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in a man whose stated aim is to revive the Empire. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable.
Who could blame them?
Clive, would you opt for your services to Northreach? You have the respect of the... And unlike Philippe... No, well...
I'll see what I can do.
Fine, I'll do it.
Tell me then. In the garrison.
Overseen.
All right.
1,875, I need it, come on.
I may have met this Duke before. At the Remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
It's not only control of the garrison he wants, it's the... We already have a leader in the Dane!
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. Here's Emmett. Wait here.
So, you are the Cells, and I shall see it reap. But tell me, is it wealth?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a strong...
Ah, you are worried the expanded garrison will yet you needn't be. A proud pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of... But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared, which is more than can be said for Oriflamme. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. We need only build a wall around. Plans are already soon enough. These thralls shall learn that they are...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town.
The people will do... If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, that is why this levy isn't... So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be... And yet, there are those who...
I suspect...
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of it? You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no cities.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens, I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
Under a pile of rubble in...
A question. What do you think of the Duke of Orif?
Don't you build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you got to hand it all over to. If he thinks his name and his will do whatever it...
The garrison salvaged what they could from more.
Half of what comes in is barely fit for pressing.
That so-called Duke, is her?
All right there.
Just your opinion. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of...
Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. And now he's trying to drive us out completely. Threatening if the dame said she wanted him run out of town.
The Dominion's all but done for.
In his luck.
Welcome. Come back again.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about...
Enough going around acting, and with hardly a word to the dame.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far just need his eminence.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
And you're just gonna fall into line. What else can they do?
Excuse me, I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts.
Well, I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best, and if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to...
It's not only control of the garrison he wants. We already have a leader in the Dame.
One at a time now. Is enough for...
You're the one who's talking to...
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted. What do you think of his...
I'm a soldier, mate. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame. That's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the Empire. If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards...
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town in. Do you think that's a...
It's not. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise...
Look.
No one likes all these taxes and tariffs. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
A whole day to dry some...
Welcome back. Wraiths give you any trouble?
None worth mentioning.
Captain.
For you? Certainly. Thank you for... How can I help?
I wanted to ask you about... Do you intend to go...
But to tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey...
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you...
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks...
Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Well, thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clark, were you able...
I was.
It will certainly help, though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose... They deserve to be heard, Clive.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacked. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hand. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow, and not just because of the Duke's rank.
I thought, had I sworn to protect Sanbreque? I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise. Thank you for trying.
I don't know about that.
What happened to you?
I handed it in. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to... Because I realised what really mattered. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of protecting. I honestly don't know when those monsters will... But I'm certain they're not finished with them. And when they do come back, we need to stand together. With you to lead us, milady. It was you who finally convinced me. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's best hope. We have only to turn our attentions to... Thank you, Philippe.
Anything for you. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed... I fear His Eminence has...
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the...
There may be hope for... Especially with men like you. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then...
Until then.
Finally. Finally. Let's see. There's no more left except this. There's probably 2 plus icons in here. And one there. And I know there's one down here. There's right there. There's one there. So because there's 2 left. Shit. But I'm tired now. I'm gonna end the live and see you later. Cheerio.